What is up, guys? Pie Muffin here, and we are back with some more Trails of Cold Steel 2. Last time we finished off the final Spirit Shrine, and surprisingly, we didn't have a fourth golem to fight. Magic Knight, whatever you want to call them. Because Vita herself took care of it in one shot. But then we ended up having to fight Vita's bird, her familiar, Grianos. Vita explaining that the memories Reen was seeing and that she showed everyone else was of Drakel's the Lionheart, you know, so from way in the past when he and Leanne Sandlot were doing the same thing that everyone here is doing now, and we learned that this is all just part of history, that every so often, that she didn't really specify how often this happens, but it's a repeat cycle, that there's always a war between Divine Knights, there's always a war that's going on in Erebonia, and somehow all this stuff just gets lost to history. But the only people who hold on to that information are the witches, and it's their job to kind of, I guess, maintain the balance and the order of everything. But now we're going to leave, and we have all we need for Valamar's weapon, so we're going to head back to the Courageous and get started on that. Well, I guess may as well heal. I mean, I'm sure we're going to have a point to heal anyway, but... Alright, let's head to the entrance. There is a big piece of information we're missing, though. We don't know who Emperor Drygles and Leanne Sandlot were fighting against. We know that they were doing kind of the same thing that Class 7 is doing now, but who was the enemy is the big question. Return to the Courageous. Reen delivered the Zemurian ore crystal to George. Yep, we have all 4 pieces now. It's kind of funny because the first crystal you think would be smaller because he used some of it to beef up Reen's sword, but I guess not. Alright, looks like you got a pretty hefty amount. This should be enough to make a top-rate Tachi for Valimar. Really? Once this is done, I'll finally be able to fight Crow on equal terms. Yeah, if we manage to finish it. This is going to be significantly more difficult than reinforcing Valamar's existing sword ever was. Remember, we'll be making an entirely new weapon from scratch. I'm not sure we can manage by ourselves. I might even have to ask the professor for help. Ah, so it's finally time for Professor Schmidt to come into play? Yep, we've got enough Zemurian ore for him to work with now, so I can't see why he would turn us down. Although, I can't see all that excited to have him on board. Oh well, I better start getting what we need ready. Pardon me for asking, but Reen, you met him. He's kind of a jerk. Pardon me for asking, but why wouldn't you want to have him on board? Well, as you no doubt figured out from when you last met him, he's not easy to work with. And if his space isn't absolutely perfect, he'll throw a tantrum like you've never seen. He's unbelievable. It feels less like you're working with a renowned professor and more like babysitting a temperamental child. I see, they do say geniuses are often eccentric. Anyway, I'll call the Institute as soon as I finish sorting his work area out. You don't mind helping me out some more, right? Okay. Yeah, everything will finish up. Is everyone pretty much where they were before? Yeah, it looks like it. Yep, this is pretty much where everyone was, so I can't imagine there's much else to say. I guess we can check real quick. See if anyone else has anything new to say. That's one mission complete, I guess. Now we just need to finish Valamar's new Tachi. Okay, so they do have new stuff to say. I screwed up like a zillion times during that concert earlier, but Instructor Mary covered for me, so I don't think anybody noticed. She's so nice, just the kind of woman Uncle Makarov needs in his life. What? Ew, I think I'm finally on top of all the inquiries coming in. But I can't believe how relaxed Vivi looks over there. You'd think she'd be at least a little stressed right now. I don't think that's a bad thing exactly. She does things at her own pace, but she never lets us down when it counts. Even if she does love screwing around most of the time. Oh, what's that? Who loves screwing around? Reen. Oh my, I should have known, you naughty boy. Vivi, how many times do I have to tell you not to play with the airship's intercom? She must be trying to keep her sister from getting too gloomy, or maybe she's just screwing with me. Yeah, probably a bit of both. So who's on this floor? Okay, let's say hi to Alphen real quick. A little bird told me, literally bird, gathered all the Zemurian ore you need to make a sword for Valmar. I know Oliver would be all over this, so I'll just have to get a nice long look at it in his place. Not much to do now but get in contact with the man himself. And hope he cooperates, I suppose. Grandfather made him out to be rather eccentric, to say the least. Yeah, he's not the nicest person in the world. It's like George said, he only cares about what interests him. Now that we've gathered the ore, it's time for the artisans to do their work. It's going to be a Herculean task, but I can hardly wait to see the finished result. We're really going to be working with the Professor Schmidt? Oh man, what do you think he's like in person? I can hardly wait to find out. Temper your expectations. You might like him even less than you like the Royals, Bacchius. Those trials were quite the ordeal, but as always, we managed to make it through. Now there's nothing to do but watch to see what kind of winds Valmar's new power will blow across this land. Exploring those shrines is a pain, but at least it's finally over now. But man, I can't wait to see what kind of Tachi comes out of all that ore. Hi, Rex. Glad to see he's seemingly staying out of trouble. Well, now that we've triumphed over the spirit shrines, it's time for George's trial to begin. Making a refined Tachi big enough for Valmar to use is bound to be difficult. I can only imagine that the end result will be breathtaking, however. Milliam. So it's finally time to get the Tachi made, huh? That's gonna be awesome. It's totally gonna be the strongest weapon ever. Can me and Lammy try it out too? No. Probably not. I feel like it'd probably be a bit too big for Milliam to carry. Green, could I possibly ask you for a favor? Nope, no asking aloud. I'm kidding, of course you can. Thank you. It's about Alan, actually. As I'm sure you know, he's done a lot for me since we first started dating. I didn't even know they started. I want to show him just how much I appreciate that. That's really nice of you. Got anything in mind? Well, yes, I'm thinking of cooking for him. All the housework I did in Barryhard helped boost my confidence in the kitchen. So I'd like to surprise him with a really special homemade meal. I have a feeling he'd like that. I can see him jumping for joy already. The only issue being, I have absolutely no idea what I should make him. That's where you come in. Could you bring me some dishes you'd consider unique that I could sample? You wouldn't have to do this right away, of course. Just whenever you're free. If that's all you need, then sure. If I see or taste anything particularly unique, I'll bring it straight to you. Thank you, it's a big help. Here you go. This looks delicious. It's like you knew just what I was hoping to see. Thank you so much for all your help, Breen. So I guess there's a lot you have to do there. I know Professor Schmidt by name, but that's about it. I'm curious to learn more, though. Who knows? Maybe he's my kind of guy. No, he is not. Thank you so much for your support earlier, Reen. I never would have been able to stand up to Vita like that without the class backing me up. Thank us all you want, but that was all you. You were the one who made the decision to be strong and stand up to her, not us. You kept pushing us forward too. It was very class president-y of you, so thanks. Besides, without the two of you, we wouldn't have been able to gather all this Zemurian ore. Gee, a thank you from Reen. How unexpected and out of character. Getting the chance to screw with Vita and Grianos' plans a bit is thanks enough. It's been a long time coming. What a pleasant cat you are. Anyway, now we should finally be able to get started on Valmar's new weapon. I can't wait to see this thing, but I guess I'm gonna have to. Pretty much. Still, it'll be exciting to just see how much stronger it's going to make him. Alright, let's head back down to George and get started. Let's do it. If his workspace isn't absolutely perfect, I'll throw a tantrum. Yeah, okay. Once we're done, I'll call the Institute and invite him on board. You don't mind? Yeah, okay, let's get started. I'd be happy to. Ready now? Sure am. Thanks, Reed. With the both of us, the work will be done in no time flat. They went about making the best-looking workspace they could. Afterwards, George made contact with the Rohr Institute of Technology, and the time finally came to welcome Professor Schmidt on board the Courageous. I'm sure he's going to be lovely to work with. Doesn't look any different than before. Bah, not quite up to my standards, but being that we're limited in our options inside the ship, this will have to do. It can't compare to the facilities in the Institute, but you made the best of what you had, I suppose. Thanks, I guess. So there it is. I didn't expect you to obtain any Zemurian ore at all, much less this much of it. Where exactly did you find it? Class 7 obtained it from overcoming some very challenging trials. Come on, it's what you asked for, so you'll help us, right? That doesn't answer my question in the slightest, I'll have you know. Then again, the answer changes little. I'm a man of my word, you did what was asked, so I'll draft you the finest blueprints the world has ever seen. Still, a project like this is not without a series of trial and error. Your assistance will be crucial, George. Just don't get in the way of my work. Right, anything you say. Well, so that's the famous Professor G. Schmidt. He's as much of a cranky old fart as everyone says he is. He and George seem to work really well together, though, don't they? I guess. Well, if I recall, they were once master and student. He's got those dashing good looks, but his personality leaves a lot to be desired. Doesn't take much to impress you, does it? Working with the Zemurian ore is no doubt going to be a challenge. And they will need to find a way to use it to replicate the sharpness of a Tachi. Still, with Professor Schmidt on board, I'm sure they'll manage. He's the finest engineer in the country, if nothing else. Yeah, we'll just have to keep out of their hair and let them do what they do best. Finally, work on Valmar's Tachi began. George and Professor Schmidt worked as quickly as they could so that Class 7 would be ready when the time came for the final battle with came. While they were working, the Courageous received a sudden and unexpected call. Hi, Claire. Are you sure, Captain?
間違いありません。規則連合による帝都の防衛線は先日西側に後退しました。その意味で帝都の東側、トリスタ周辺の守備はかなり薄くなっている状況です。
Like I figured, it's almost time to take back Trista. That could totally work in our favor. Lucky us. Yeah, it sounds like we might finally be able to achieve what we set out to do. We finally have a chance to wrestle the Academy from the Alliance's grasp. Guess the Alliance is so focused on trying to defend Heimdallr, they don't have time to worry about Trista. We couldn't have asked for a better chance than this.
ただ、 少々気になる情報も入ってきています。帝都防衛に集中するためトールズ士官学院の管理は貴族連合軍から離れ、現在は貴族の学院生たちに一任されているそうです。
Why the upper class students? I imagine they were chosen so the academy would technically still be under the control of the nobility. I'm sure they're up to the task either way. Are we talking about all the upper class students or just a select number of them?
上級貴族の生徒を中心に騎士団が結成されたそうです。騎士団長には次代名門ハイアームズ公爵のご子息
Oh, so Patrick.
パトリック・ T ・ハイアームズさんが務められているとか。
Patrick? I heard he was still at the academy, but just what is he doing? And what's this Order of the Lion? I know nobles love tradition, but the name sounds like something torn from a history textbook.
他にもフロラルド伯爵家のご兄弟や貴族寮職員である執事ボードなどが集められているようです。学院長や他の教官たちについては引き続き軟禁されているらしく。
Ferris is taking part too? If I had to wager a guess, the Alliance ordered them to, not like they're in a position to refuse. That's a little worrying.
バンダイク学院長は正規軍の名誉元帥でもあります。そこで現在鉄道憲兵隊でトリスタ解放作戦の準備が進められている状況です。おそらく帝都での決戦前にはこちらの精鋭部隊によって作戦が決行されるでしょう。
Oh, but that means... Captain, would you consider postponing your operation for at least a few days? Green.
鉄道憲兵隊では役者不足でしょうか。
I don't doubt for a moment that you are. But since the day we were... This is definitely something that should be voiced right here. It seems silly that it's not, since he's doing a big speech. Oh well. They had to pick and choose. Obviously, Falcom doesn't have the biggest budget, especially back then with these games. But since the day we were entrusted with the courageous note, even before that, liberating the Academy has been our dream. I don't just mean Class 7's dream either. It's something that every single student gathered on this ship wants to be a part of. You could even say it's our duty. Whether someone else can handle it isn't the issue. It's what we've come this far for. We want to do it with our own hands. Thank you, Rain. I feel the same way as Rain does. Thor's was established by one of my ancestors, so I feel a connection to it in that sense. It feels only right that those who have an attachment to the Academy should come together to take it back. She's absolutely right. We've come all this way yeah, all of this should be voiced. Okay, anyways. We've come all this way believing it would lead us back to the Academy. We can't just leave the last step of our journey to you. After all that's happened, I think we're the ones who should be fighting that Order of the Lion, don't you? Yeah, you're right. Yep, it's gotta be us. We've put an enormous amount of effort into making it this far. It's only fair, right? We wouldn't be setting a very good example as second years if we didn't see tasks we've taken on through to the end. I want to go and save Uncle Makarov too. Thanks, man. That's a lot of yes votes right there. I'm pleased to see we're all unanimous. Yeah, I want to do this too, Claire. So, Captain, please. Won't you leave taking back Trista and the Academy to us? We realize we're asking a lot, but this is genuinely important to us. When I finally see Dad again, I want to be able to look back and feel proud of all I've done. I was never raised to beg, but in this case, no price is too great.
私もトールズの出身ではありますが皆さんほど士官学院を大切なものに思えたことはなかったように思います。全てをかけることのできる強固な意志と結束少し羨ましいです。
Is that a yes?
2日待ちます。帝都攻略において トリスタは重要な拠点。このまま放置はできません。その間に皆さんで何とか決着をつけてください。
Thank you, Claire. Thank you, Captain. If you weren't with the RMP already, you'd make a hell of an actress, you know. You put on quite a show for someone who was going to say yes all along.
何のことでしょう。それでは皆さん、ご健闘をお祈りしています。次にお会いするときはぜひ内戦の終わった程度で。
Thank you. Good luck to you too, Captain. We really are in the final stretch of this war, aren't we? All that's left is to take back Trista and then take back Heimdallr. Obviously, it's going to take a lot longer than it sounds, but, you know, there isn't much left ahead of us. Finally, Class 7 was granted permission to liberate Trista. They left assigning the specifics of the operation to Toa, and eventually it was decided they would carry out the mission on the same day a prototype of Almar's new Tachi was completed. So I guess that means Patrick and them are going to be opposing us. Hello? Game? I'm confused. Why is there no picture? After many frustrating and furious attempts, I have finally figured out how to get past this, bugged scene where it keeps crashing. Apparently it's only a PS5 issue, and everything I was trying just wasn't working. At first, I guess we can start this while I'm talking about it. At first, what I read online was telling me that they want you to, like, turn off Rumble and it'll help you get past this scene. I tried that, it didn't work for me, and what I learned is, apparently what I'm doing now, like just holding down circle to speed past this, apparently you can speed past the bug. See? Okay, there you go. See, it actually works. That's the most ridiculous thing ever. I have no idea why PlayStation or Xseed or whoever hasn't tried to fix this yet with how many people have had issues with it, but whatever. We got past it, let's continue. The operation will begin today at 1200 hours. Make sure you've done everything you need to before then. As you already know, I won't be taking part in this one. This one's all you. My job as your teacher is to stay here and wish you luck. I know you can do it. Thank you. We still got time until then. Might be worth going around and making sure we got all we need. Yeah, we can't be too prepared, not this time. Incidentally, how goes the development on Valmar's Tachi? The prototype was finished last night. There's still some work left before it's completely finished, but personally, I'd say the progress we've made is nothing to scoff at. Professor Schmidt's really something, isn't he? I guess he could lighten up a little. But he could lighten up a little. I went to play down in his workshop and he was all super mad at me. Were you expecting to be welcomed with a hug and some candy? Anyway, by the sound of it, he's going to be finding ways to improve it until the very last minute. I'm going to be swamped with helping him out, but I should still be able to tune your Arcus units if you guys need it. We might just take you up on that, George. Whatever ensures you're as ready as possible. So much is resting on this battle, I don't want us to go in with any regrets. Right. All members of Class 7 will take part in the battle for Trista, whether they're in the active party or not. So make sure to check everyone's equipment, including that of characters you might not ordinarily use. Okay? That pretty much tells me that, I mean, obviously they said Sarah's not going to be with us, But that pretty much tells me that at some point, you're probably going to have 2 groups of battles going on. So yeah, it'll be important to make sure everyone's kind of geared up. Oh, everyone's hanging out in different areas this time. Yeah, I guess we'll, before we end the video, because this is probably going to be weirdly put together, let's just talk to everyone before we end things off. So let's say hi to Sarah. Well, it's finally time for you students to do what you've been waiting all this time for. Like I said before, I'm not going to be down fighting with you this time. I'll be staying on board the Courageous, watching over you as your instructor. That's fine by me. We're going to leverage everything you've taught us to take back the Academy, and we want you to watch us do it. I'd expect nothing less from my star pupil. I know you won't disappoint. God, I just can't believe how much, like, of a nuisance it was to get this thing to work, to, like, get past that one scene. Like, oh my god, like, please, somebody patch that. Okay, let's go talk to everybody. If we can retake Trista and the Academy, the area should serve as a valuable foothold for moving to the capital, too. We may even be able to gather information on Elise and my family's whereabouts as well. At least that's my hope. Please leave everything to us, Your Highness. We'll be sure to get them all back safe and sound. You're really a man a lady can count on, Reen. I just wish there was something I could do instead of just relying on all of you, though. Honestly, it's rather frustrating. You are doing something, simply by virtue of your presence here. You're giving the mark of legitimacy to our cause. Stepping onto a battlefield isn't the only way to make a difference. By doing what you can do, you're helping Reen and Emma do what they do. Oh my. Haha. What's with that look? All I'm doing is stating a fact. That's it. Perhaps you're right. Anyway, good luck, Reen. I know you'll do all you can to make this operation a success. I'll be waiting here praying for your safe return. Thanks. Let's go. Is that Monica? Although Olivia, you know, also, I mean, kind of had a similar thing until he actually got himself on the battlefield. It's just like, oh, he's a prince, but also he has a gun. The Order of the Lion is the last obstacle standing between us and Thor's, but we can't let down our guard just because we recognize their faces. They could well stop us at the finish line. Yeah, Patrick's no pushover, and I can imagine the other upper-class students working with him are just as strong. Even if we take Trista back, there's no guarantee that getting control of the school is going to be easy. Heh, I wouldn't want it to be. No matter who stands in our way, our blades shall prevail. Isn't that right, Reen? Absolutely. I'll be counting on your support there, Laura. And as always, you will have it. Elliot's here in the back. This is our chance to reclaim Thor's. We can't just let this pass us by. I don't know if I can do much, but I'll try not to be a liability. Stop putting yourself down, Elliot. There's no way you'd be a liability. You're way stronger than you give yourself credit for, and we all know it too. You really think so? Thanks, Reen. But now that you've said that, I really don't want to let you down. Plus, even strength aside, even just his healing is a huge help. Hey, you two. Emily and I have been tweaking the settings of the combat shells together. Thanks to that, you're going to have a few new training exercises on offer. Do come and try them if you get the chance. They won't be easy, but I'm sure they'll benefit you in the long run. We'll have to give them a shot. I'll let Alisa and Elliot know, too. Thank you. Anyway, when you want to try your hand at some high-level training, just come and let me know. Hi, Monica. I've been giving everyone snacks to keep up morale and make sure everyone has enough energy to do what they need to do. I gave Laura hers, so here's one for you, Reen. A Kaiser burger. This looks great, thanks, Monica. I'll be wishing you all well from back here. I know you can take back our home. Thanks, Monica. Alisa and Fee over here. been a long time since we last saw the Academy. What, it's been like running on 3 months now? I wonder how the flowers are doing. Right, I almost forgot you were raising some. Yep, got the seeds back in the corpse. I want to plant some more when we get back, too. Hopefully Edel and Vivi will join me. I'm sure they will, and together we'll make those flowers bloom. A lot's happened between Ferris and I, but when I left doors, I still considered her a dear friend. Which is why it's such a shock to hear that she's part of the Order. I suppose we have no choice but to actually fight one another this time. You do have a choice, Alisa. We don't want to make you do something that hurt you. If we need to, we can handle... Thanks, Reen, but no. We're friends, but we're also rivals. Backing down would only disappoint her. So I'll face her like I have always done. And once I beat her, I'm going to bring her back to our side. Right. Then let's do this together. Alright, who's hanging out where? What? There's a quest in the game room. For who? Feels like ages since the last time I had a chance to play Blade. Oh wait, didn't I end up with some cards while I was on the Panther Girl? Rain took out a Blade 2 deck. Upon closer inspection, he noticed a scrap of paper stuck between 2 of the cards inside. Oh, what is this? Welcome to the new and improved version of Blade, creatively titled Blade 2. It's basically the same thing, but with a few more cards to make it more strategic. Give it a shot, I think you'll like it. Aww, just don't let it distract you too much from becoming a better night pilot, okay? Crow. When did he get this into my pocket? He could have just given it to me when we were sitting together, but I guess this is a much more Crow approach. Oh well. Still, I like the sound of more strategic. Maybe I should try inviting someone for a game down for a game sometime. I have to get all the practice in that I can if I ever want to beat Crow anyway. Okay. You can only deepen your bomb with 5 characters at a time. Okay. Guess we could give it a shot. Before we finish up. Probably not the time to be playing cards. Oh, that's cool. Gotta go with my main girl. How is it more strategic though? What's different? Looks more or less the same to me. Wonder if it's because of these cards. Oh, I'm stupid. I claim victory today. Still, I have to admit that playing with you has taken a load off my mind. I feel much more at peace now. Haha, I'm glad I invited you then. This operation is going to be tough, but I know we can make it a success if we really put our minds to it. For certain. But please, be careful, Rain. We will all be at your side when it comes to take back the Academy, but I fear you and Valimar will have a number of battles to fight on your own during your approach. No doubt about that. The Noble Alliance has mostly withdrawn from Trista, but I'm sure there are a few stragglers just itching for a fight. I doubt we'll even make it into town without having to go through a few of their soldats first. Most likely not. Still, there's no need to worry about me. I'll be just fine. And why is that? I can't even count how many battles I fought with Valimar now. I can. It's probably like 12 at most. I know what I'm doing at this point. And if that wasn't enough, I've got a prototype of Valimar's Tachi to use too. Maybe I'm not ready to face Crow, but I'm sure as hell not gonna lose to anyone else before I do. With all that and you guys watching over me, how could I? You're so confident even now. Well, I won't deny you that. All I can do for you and Valimar is put my utmost belief in the two of you. But when you arrive, let's go reclaim our home, side by side. Let's do it. That was sweet. Oh wow, that really does give you Oh, so you only had one chance. Now it's not okay. So you had one chance to do a bonding with somebody. Okay. All right. Well, who else do we have to talk to here? Computer room over here. Oh wait, no. Oh, Rosine's dressed normally for once. That's weird to see. It's hard to believe we reached this point. It's time for us to finally take back Trista. In the beginning, I only enrolled at the academy to fulfill my duty as a witch. But my desire to return goes deeper than that. My time at Thor's with Class 7 was the happiest in my life. I want nothing more than to go back to that. Yeah, we all feel the same. We have a shared purpose and we're all fighting together. There's no way we won't take those days back. Right. Make sure to check out my collection in the club room too. Tell them I'll be with them soon. Okay, maybe our purpose isn't entirely shared, but the point still stands. Alright, who else we got? Milliam? Is it really time for a huge meal? So we're finally doing the whole Academy Liberation thing, huh? Now we're talking. Time to fill up my tummy and get ready to rumble. Just don't eat too much that you can't actually fight, okay? Never in a million years. I want to get back to the Academy just as much as you guys do, so I'm not going to do anything that ruin our chances here. Alright. We're counting on you. You better be. Machias should be right here. Oh wait, no. Next. I didn't even know there was a computer room. What the heck? I'm trying to use all the combat data we've gathered to predict the enemy's next move and what their formation might be. Most of them have left town, but this is the capital's eastern line of defense. There's no way there won't be a military presence. I figured as much. As long as we're prepared, though, I'm sure we'll be fine. We'll do this no matter what. Damn right, this is our first step toward Time-Dalar and reuniting with my dad, too. Alright, last, Eusis and Gaius, let's say hello. Oh, other way. Is this the prototype? Prototype Tachi made of Zemurian ore. The blade radiates a mysterious glow and there is an incredible sense of power within. Wow, he looks so focused. So this is it, huh? Yeah, it sure looks like a Tachi to me. A weapon fit for a Divine Knight. It's just a prototype, but it still looks incredibly powerful. What are you doing here? I'm busy putting the finishing touches to this prototype. It'll be done by the time that operation of yours begins, so go wait somewhere else. Right, sorry. I better go back to getting ready and avoid getting in his way. The Order of the Lion, is it? Well, the upper-class students never disappoint on the pompous nomenclature front. Though, I suppose they see it as a manifestation of their pride and resolve. Yeah, we can't let the silly name lull us into underestimating them. They've got both strength and resolve, but so do we. You can say that again. We simply have to show them that ours is greater than theirs could ever hope to be. I will let nothing stop us from taking back our academy, and I know you all feel the same way. The horses and I will be cheering you on, so give them all you got. Heh, with pleasure. Meanwhile, Reen, you should take the chance to make sure Valimar's ready for combat. Obviously, progress on his new Tachi is out of your hands, but I'm sure there's something you can do for him on your own. Good call. Will do. Oh, Gaius is probably over... Where's Heart Lady? Yep, okay. What's your name again, Clara? I've missed the smell of Trista's winds. Our long journey home is almost over now. Feels like we've been gone for years, doesn't it? But we're almost there. Years, even though it's been like... Well, what was it? October? So yeah, like, pretty much like 4 months. Wait, no, 2 months. I don't know why I said 4. Yeah, 2 months. And you're right, Trista is our home. I doubt there's a single student who isn't excited to be back. I'll be counting on you to back me up when we're on the ground, guys. Always, Reen. Always. As long as our class is together, there is nothing for us to fear. Alright, well, I guess we can, well, let's say hi to Valimar real quick. The Zemurian ore Tachi will soon be forged. Now is your chance to take back Trista, as well as Thor's military academy. Yeah, I'm ready to begin at any time. I'll be counting on you, Valimar. With the two of us carving out a path will lead everyone to victory. Haha, acknowledged. Wow, he laughed. Oh wait, that's not the right way. I guess we can see if we can forge anything for Valimar. Professor Schmidt's still working away on Valimar's sword. Honestly, in my book, it's done. It's just a prototype, right? But he insists there's still something missing, which means he's going to keep tweaking it on his own until we pry it out of his hands. That's a master craftsman for you. What a perfectionist. Does remind me of Meister over in Crossbell. More of an artist than a craftsman, if you ask me. You got the perfectionist part right, though. His work's done when he says it's done. Time, Mira, and other people's opinions be damned. Trust me, I'd know. Anyway, even if the good professor deems it incomplete, I'm glad that we got the blade ready to go for this operation. Now everything's up to you, Valimar, and your classmates. Good luck. I know you'll pull through. You can count on us. Oh, that's right. It's Clara that we have to do this for. Oh yeah, we do have some Sepith. Yeah, I guess I'll just leave it as it is. Unless I can buy... You know what? Let me see if I can buy a Tyrol orb and then... a defense 3. And then we'll definitely end things for the video. We'll do our last modifications at the beginning of next time and then get started. So let me see. Defense 3 I want. And what was the other one? It was Tyrol. Alright, that should work. That'll work. Alright, let's go with that then. Alright, so next time we're going to do our last modifications, which will really just be gearing everyone up as much as we can with our limited amount of money. And then we're going to get started on the operation to take back Trista. So that's going to be it, guys. Hope you all enjoyed this weird video with, you know, all the crashes and everything. Hopefully it gets put together well. Or hopefully I put it together well. Enough anyway. But yeah, so see y'all next time. Don't forget to subscribe more if you're new to the channel. I'll see y'all next time. Have a wonderful day, everyone.